Shalom, Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Israel. I'm sorry I muted myself for a few seconds, but now you could listen to me. Um, I have started this new channel, would be called Reality of Islam. It's a sister channel of No More Jihad. No More Jihad in English, and Reality Islam would be No More Jihad is in Hindi. I beg your pardon, and Reality Islam would be in English. And the main aim is, I mean, it's the same almost. The aim of No More Jihad in Hindi is the same: to stop the spread of Islam, to stop the jihad, all kind of jihad, especially the love jihad. You know what? How the Muslim boys they whatever they do with the non-Muslim girls, and then they forcefully or anyway they convert into Islam. This channel for especially I have made for English speakers, European Christians, English Christians, as well as the American Christians, to show them what's really the reality of Islam. People, whoever these all, there are a lot of speakers you will find in Speakers Corner, Dawa Boys, Ali Dawa, and Uthman. You know, it's called One Message Foundation. You could see the video, and I would like to play this video and present you how many lies in this video Shaykh Uthman has spoken. So let's start the video without losing any time, and I will I will show the link after I finish my presentation. If somebody wants it, I invite everybody, especially the Muslims, the people who are in the process of conversion to become Muslims, or people who have become the new Muslims, or people who are planning, which are planning to convert into Islam. So you're most welcome. You could speak to me. You could express your expressions. I'm sorry. I mean, whatever you like, you could speak, and I'll answer, and whatever. So let's start the video. Okay. Okay.
People have this misconception of what a Muslim is. They think it's somebody who's Arabian or somebody who follows only the followers of Prophet Muhammad will call Muslim. But a Muslim, the word Muslim comes from aslama, to submit yourself. So anybody who submits themselves to the will of their creator, who obeys the message of his creator, is a Muslim.
Okay. Now let's see. I would like to show you, share the screen. So I'll play simultaneously all the things. What is the definition of a Muslim? So let's go to this, and I have here. What's this is the contradiction? This will also come. See, what's the definition of a Muslim? Muslim, a follower of the religion of Islam. Okay, and what is the religion of Islam? The five pillars are the core beliefs and practices of Islam. And those five beliefs are, in fact, there are six. I'll talk to you about sixth after I finish with these five. Profession of faith, Shahada, the belief that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of God, is central to Islam. Second is prayer, Salat, alms, Zakat, that's then fasting, Som, pilgrimage, Hajj. Now, on the top of this is like the camels, that the topmost portion of the camel's body is called Jihad. So, Jihad, profession of faith, or you could keep either with this, because, and the other thing is, now this is, I'm also explaining to you that this is the Shahada. After anybody who takes who want to become, or who becomes a Muslim, the first thing he has to say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, which is called Shahada. Okay. Now, in fact, I also saw on Dawah Wise, there is a converted Christians. a converted Christian. His name is Brandon, Mr. Brandon. I was very surprised to listen. He converted one person on his Dawa Voice live stream, and he said, absolutely against this. He said Jesus is also Rasulullah and Muhammad also Rasulullah. So there are many, many new people. They are trying to convince Christians. In fact, my request to Christians is this: please, when they say Jesus was a Muslim, it's coming up next when this Shaykh Uthman says something that Jesus was a Muslim, and also Moses was a Muslim, Noah was a Muslim, and Adam was also a Muslim. But please remember this first thing, the profession of the Islam, that or you become an Islam, you have to say this, Shahada. And none of these, till Jesus, even nobody, all these Jewish people, right from the beginning. Abraham was a Jew. Adam and Noah, they didn't have, there is no clear cut answer for that they were Jews. But Abraham was the first Jew on the earth because of the covenant of Brit. What's called the Brit? It's circumcision. So that starts from the beginning of the Judaism from 1800 before Common or before CE, something like 3,800 years ago. And these people, they say in Quran, neither he was a Muslim, sorry, neither they were, he was a Jew, he was nor he was a Christian, he was a right upright man, and then finally they say he was a Muslim. But my dear friends, all the people who are planning to convert into Islam, just think about this Shahada. Did Abraham Avinu? I'm a Jew, and for us, Abraham is our forefather, patriarch. Did Abraham Avinu said Shahada? Did he say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah? One more thing I would like to explain. If you don't consider that Muhammad was a messenger, Muhammad is a messenger of God, you are not a Muslim. If you believe only in God, you are a mushrikeen. You are something like infidel. You are an idol worship or a non-believer, or even a Quran says whoever doesn't believe in Allah and his messenger, he is enemy of Allah and his messenger. So how come it is possible? I went on the Babais and I spoke to, there is a gentleman called, one gentleman, I asked him, can you answer my question? If someone believes in only God, Allah, and there is a huge difference between God. A God is God of Israel, a God of Christ, a God of Jesus, who believed like God of Israel, in God of Israel, not Allah. Okay? Because he says many times God, Father. In Quran, Allah is not Father, Allah is Allah. So it's a very big contradiction, and people claim that it's coming up. So these are the whoever believes, whoever follows this, whoever does this practice is a Muslim. Okay, let's go back to the
Right? No matter the religion, because if you submit to your creator, there's only one religion, right? With the religion that Jesus followed is the same religion we follow, right? People think these are different religions, but that's not true.
See, the brainwashing here is that Jesus followed Islam. This is the biggest lie in the world. Jesus never followed Allah. Allah is never a father. Jesus in Quran, Allah is not father at all. So Jesus followed the Father, the God of Israel.
Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, it was all one message.
Abraham, Moses, and Jesus, they followed the God of Israel. Muhammad, he followed Allah, who is a difference, entirely different from God of Israel, and Allah different. These are two entities, different entities. Let's see what
One
happens.
religion, right? People corrupt things later, but the original message is one message, right? That's why we believe Abraham is Muslim, Moses is Muslim, Muhammad Muslim, and
My dear friends, all honorable friends, how come Abraham would be a Muslim? How come Moses would be a Muslim? How come Jesus would be a Muslim when they never said any Sahada? And who was the founder of Islam? The first Muslims, you see, from 613 to 619, the Islamic prophet Muhammad gathered in his hometown of Mecca a small following of those who embraced his message of Islam and thus became Muslims. The first person who professed Islam was his wife Khadija bint Khuwailid. And also, I would like to say, I would like to show you. Now, these are the contradictions. Definition 5 plus, and you have to see this. Okay, this is the is I'm showing you the in this document Quran contradiction. Who was the first Muslim? Okay, one minute. Let me see whether we are in the video mode or we are okay. So let's see this. um, on his disclaim, Shaykh Uthman is saying that these people were Muslim. These are the this is the document which I'm showing you from Quran. There is nothing wrong in this, my dear friends. The video will remain on this my channel, The Reality of Islam. You could go through these verses that I am ordered to be the first to surrender Aslama unto him, and be not thou, O Muhammad, of the idolaters. Surah 6, verse 14. This is the Pictal translation. Say, verily, my Lord has directed me into a right way. Okay? A true religion, which was Islam, the sect of Abraham, the Orthodox, and he was no idolater. Yeah, Abraham Avinu was never an idolater. In the beginning, when he was in Babylon, and he also participated in the Tower of Babylon to make the Tower of Babylon, he realized that no, I'm doing wrong in the right way of Noah and Adam, only one God. And unto God, the Lord of all creatures, he has no companion, he's alone. This have I been commanded. I am the first Muslim. Wa ana awwalu al Muslimin. Surah 6, verse 161 to 163 say, he has no associate. This am I commanded, and I am the first of the Muslims. Surah 663. My dear friends, this is the Quran saying. So Muhammad was the first Muslim. There are a lot of contradictions. In fact, this document I downloaded to show the world how many contradictions in Quran, and this is the biggest. Like, I will show you when he says that there are no contradictions in Quran. I'll show you. I have another list how to show you the contradictions. So according to Quran, the first Muslim was Muhammad. He himself says here. And if you go further in the same document, it is said everybody was first, Abraham was first. So where we are for all the Muslims, my dear, if you go in detail of Islam, please go through this all. And these people would never tell you, like Uthman, Shaykh Uthman, Mansur. Yeah, I remember that fellow's name, Mansur of Dawa Wise, and Hashim of Dawa Wise. They will never say to you these points. How many countries? They will just criticize other non-Islamic religions, and Judaism was on the top. Even when they say that God of Moses and Abraham, the same God Muhammad followed, but they criticized the same God every now and then. They criticized the Torah, they criticized everything of Judaism, and then say, no, no, Muhammad was after these all. These people followed what they followed. Muhammad also followed the same religion, the same God, but it's entirely different. It's big contradiction. So, my dear friends, how big lie it is that the first Muslim was Adam, and first Muslim was Abraham, Noah, and Moses. Big lies, big lies. And let's go to further. What happened?
All of them. We love, respect all of them.
They love Muslims. Muslims love all of them, but they don't follow any. They don't follow anything of that. What Abraham Avinu gave three things: Sadaqah, that's righteous. Sadaqah is righteousness, plus mispat, that's judgment. That's judge. The judgment, Sadaqah, the truth. Sadaqah is also charity. And then Chesed. Chesed is mercy in English. Chesed is in Hebrew called mercy. So Sadaqah in Hebrew is called righteousness, also charity. And then Mispat. Mispat is the judgment, or how to judge, or to do a right judgment among the people, for the people. So this is, let's see what he says further.
Right? People today will tell you Jesus is God, right? Or they'll tell you he's the Son of God. Or sometimes they'll tell you he's a part of God.
Now, their aim is to criticize Christianity, and these people, all these people who these people are their responsibility or their strategy, whatever you say, they want to convert all the Christians, non-Muslims, into Christianity, into Islam. If you see their dawah-wise, or they criticize Hinduism always, they criticize Judaism always. I want to go to their channels. They don't take me. They don't take me. There are several people, they talk in Hindi, Urdu, in English. I went on all the channels. They don't take me. And I have some questions, but they cannot answer those questions. And their answers are these. They
And they'll
say,
give you all kinds of different, but if you look at the original teachings of Jesus, before the
original teaching of Jesus is, he taught, somebody went to him, some fellow, "Well, what should I do?" He said, whatever you have, you share among the poor people. Then the biggest teaching of Jesus was, "Behavta larecha kamucha," love thy neighbor. And what is love thy neighbor in Islam? Not at all. They don't follow Christ at all. Let's see what he says.
Council of Nicaea, before they gave the divinity of Jesus a voice, the original followers, who were later on killed by other Christians, they believed in Jesus not being a divine figure, but being a prophet. And that's what we believe as Muslims. So Jesus and Moses and
Okay, so Jesus was a prophet. Muslims believe Jesus was a prophet, but they don't follow anything of his teachings. They don't follow. Okay, now you're talking about Moses.
Abraham, all of them followed the same God.
Moses and Abraham they believed only in God of Israel. And Allah is very, very different from God of Israel. I'll show you. If you there is a verse in Quran which says to Muhammad that many women, all kind cousins and so forth, all women are allowed. But if you read 10 commandments which are given by the God of Israel, is absolutely a contrast, where in those 10 commandments very clearly said that you don't do any adultery. Okay, don't look at don't look at any. If you I'm sorry, I could have kept the 10 commandments. Don't covet anybody's wife, property, livestock, or anything. In contrast to this, that the Allah said to Muhammad that all the women are allowed to you. And if you go to the official website of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, if you read there 16 benefits for Muhammad, and there is a third or fourth benefit. One of the benefits is that any woman, if Muhammad would see and would like to sleep with her, her husband will have to whoever she is. If she is married, her husband will divorce her and then will marry, or we have, I mean, it's the kind of a, do you think if you read all these 16 benefits, please, they they say thousand things about the Prophet of Islam called Muhammad. Thousand things. He was so kind, he was so this, he was so that. Please read 16 benefits of Muhammad, and then you will understand what Islam is, real Islam is. And that's why this is my channel's name is Reality of Islam. So the Muhammad never followed. Okay, let's see what he says.
The same creator that we follow. All of them submitted themselves. And that's why in the Quran, even Abraham, he is the one that calls us Muslim. Right?
Where Abraham was, when he called his Muslim, Abraham did his breath, and from that moment he became Jewish, not Muslim. He never said Shahada. He never believed in Muhammad. If you don't believe in Muhammad, you are a mushrikeen, you are a non-believer, you are infidel. Okay.
So we believe that we're on the same religion as Jesus. We believe we're on the same religion as Abraham, as Moses. We believe all of them were Muslim because they...
How come they were Muslim, and how the Islamic people, the followers of Islam, believe in the ideology of Abraham and Moses? Abraham had three things: judgment, truth, righteousness, and sidaka. Sidaka is charity, and then mercy. Okay, I think they have one thing. They don't have judgment, because you know what Islam did to the non-believers. Everybody knows. I don't want to go in details. Whenever next time, whenever something opportunity will come up, we'll discuss about it. Okay, so they don't believe in judgment. Muhammad never did a good judgment. He pardoned so many killers, and even he killed so many people. He ordered killing of so many people. Okay, and when he didn't have any money, he raided, he looted, he robbed the people who had money that time. And then the massacre of Banu Qurayza. Banu Qurayza, if you read this, you'll realize who really Muhammad was. Okay, so the ideology of Abraham, I said, Moses. Moses was given by the God we call Hashem 10 commandments. Where are the 10 commandments in Islam? Where they follow not to kill, don't steal, don't murder, don't commit adultery, don't give false witness, that's don't speak lies. And then 10th commandment is don't covet anybody's wife. And there are so many contrasts. And he went to his son's adopted son's wife, and then I don't want to go in detail. And then finally he got married with her. So how this ideology, and Abraham and our Moses Rabbeinu, our Moses ideology, entirely different, my dear friends. Please. Okay.
submitted. You don't have to be a particular ethnicity or to be from a particular time frame to be a Muslim. If you were there and I was there in the time of Jesus, me and you would be his followers. And that's what a Muslim would be. We are today in the time of the Prophet Muhammad because chronologically he was later. He is the last of those prophets, right? So this is why today we follow the Prophet Muhammad. But we believe in him equally as we believe in Jesus, as in Abraham, as in Moses. That's how.
Okay, so you follow, that's fine. You said you follow Muhammad, who was the first Muslim. So you are a Muslim. But before Muhammad, they were all non-Muslims. They didn't follow at all Muhammad as Rasulullah.
How
Okay.
we believe.
And even Muhammad was not 600 years before coming of the foundation was laid down by Muhammad of Islam, Jesus was born. How come he will
Was
be
a
a Muslim?
Muslim. And people don't understand the definition of a Muslim. That's why people kind of get taken aback by that, right? And that's good.
So, definition of a Muslim, it is here, a follower of the religion of Islam. Okay, so, okay, sorry. Let's go a little bit. So, the definition of, as I showed you, the follower of religion of Islam would be a Muslim. Okay, let's go back to the
I mean,
video.
think about this, right? What kind of faith were you raised in, or are you a particular follower of it?
No, okay. Now, my dear friends, now the brainwashing starts from here. Okay, the video might be a little longer, but please look at, watch it, see it, and listen how the brainwashing starts. Let's see.
Christian, Baptist. All right, excellent. So now the Bible that you will usually
Now,
find.
first is the praising. Excellent. Oh, you are a good person. Oh, you are that. You are that. Now, let's see that. This is called the brainwashing. Okay.
In the Baptist church will be this Bible, right? Will be the King James version, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have one right here. See, it says the New King James Bible, right? But that's interesting as a man of research and open mind, and I know you wouldn't be talking to me, right? As a man who thinks, you should think, who's King James? Why is his name on my Bible, right? We have a Quran, it doesn't have anybody's name on it, right? We have one Quran, don't have two. Catholics have their own Bible, Christians, Baptists, Protestants have their own Bible. Different number of chapters. Well, which is the original message of Jesus, right? And when you look at King James Version, and you research who King James was, the actual man who put together this translation and this edition of the Bible, you will find he didn't follow the tenets of Christianity. He was a very deviant kind of a man. And I'll let you research that, right? Don't take my word for it. Go online, look up those research books that are written historically. Why was he called the Queen of England, King James? What practices did he have that are not in line with the message of the Bible? And why is that man the one whose name is on your Bible, right? Now, you're an intelligent man. I want to show you some things, right?
Now, see, you're praising, you are an intelligent man. Okay, I'm going to show you a very good thing. How many versions of Quran?
Let's look
types
at
of Quran.
the Bible. And this is not any special print that I printed. It's a Gideon's. I mean, you can get it. We have another one if you go home and look at it, you know. So this is 2 Chronicles, right? Chapter 22, verse 2. 2 Chronicles 22, 2. Isaiah was 42 years old when he became king, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. Did I read it right? Mm-hmm. Correct? All right. Now, 2 Kings.
This is many Muslims, they show this from the Chronicle. This is from Tanakh, not exactly from Torah. This is from the Tanakh. Tanakh is writings. The Chronicle is writing. The book of Chronicle doesn't come into Torah. Okay, this is what they say. This fellow says, I'll give him an answer. If he could call me anytime, and you could come on either Reality of Islam. If he is listening, he'd come and join me right now after my presentation. I invite him to discuss about this. Only 1 or 2 contradictions we will find in whole Tanakh, but I will show you concrete, very strong contradictions of Quran after this. Let's read. Let us listen what he says.
8:26. 2 Kings chapter 8 verse 26. Isaiah was 22 years old when he became king, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem.
So which is it?
Which is it? That's the question. Now, if you think this is a fluke, Jehoiachin was 8 years old when he became king and reigned in Jerusalem 3 months and 10 days. 2 Chronicles 36:9, right? 2 Kings 24:8, Jehoiachin was 18 years old. He grew 10 years right there when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem for 3 months. It's not just this. I mean, you can go through this, you can see all the tabs I have,
So
right?
all of them are things
So,
like that.
so why did this happen? Because you had the true message of Jesus, which we believe in as Muslims. He said, worship my father. What did it mean by father? It doesn't mean a biological father. It means a term of respect in the Aramaic language. For example, when you go to a Catholic priest, you tell him, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Well, you don't mean he's having relations with your mom. You mean that out of respect for an elder, you call him Father. So as a term of respect, Jesus used this term. People misused that later because the original text was in Aramaic, then they went to Koine Greek, then Latin, and on, to say, oh no, he's a physical son of God. If you look at the Bible today, you will find, for example, here in Exodus, and this is again Old Testament, before Jesus, right? In 4:22, it says, then you shall say to Pharaoh, thus says the Lord of Israel, Israel is my son, my firstborn. Israel is a reference to Jacob. And the Bible God says he's my firstborn. Well, this doesn't mean that he's physically the son of God. You have it right there in the Bible, right? It means out of respect, out of the closeness. You know, when you see a young man and you want to give him some advice, you're like, come here, son, let me holler at you, right? You mean to, as a term of endearment. But people misunderstood that. They changed that up. And as time went by and people started changing up the verses of the Bible, corrupting it, you see these contradictions develop, right? If I write something and I write it pure, it will not have contradictions. But if somebody comes and changes up a little bit here and says some political views, so he changes it up a little bit there, takes a book out here, adds a book there, in the end you will find contradictions because you got different people messing with it. And that's what happened with the Bible. Unlike the Quran, we have the Quran here and it's a challenge we put out. Read the whole Quran, find me a single contradiction. Never. Numerically, historically, never. Why? Because the original Quran, when it was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, a man in a desert, a man who couldn't read or write, a man who had no access to literary work,
Okay.
right? When this
Okay. Let me show you. Now it's finally it came to contradictions. Let me show you the contradictions in Quran. Okay. Let's see. Concrete contradictions. Okay. All quotes from Quran, and this is no, I'm not talking on my own. Let's read about. Okay, Rega, just a minute. I have to share add to the stage. Okay, now we go to the. He came finally to the contradictions. Now let's see the contradictions. I have all the answers for Exodus and everything, and I don't want to go in details, but let's see the contradictions in Quran as well. What was man creation created from? Blood, clay, dust, or nothing. Created man out of a mere clot of congealated blood. 96 verse 2. We created man from sounding clay, from mud molded into shape. 15, Quran chapter 15 verse 26. The similitude of Jesus before Allah is as that of Adam. He created him from dust, then said to him, be, and he was. Chapter 3, verse 59. But does not man call to mind that we created him before out of nothing? Chapter 19, verse 67. Yusuf Ali. Also 52, verse 35. He has created man from a sperm drop, and behold, this same man becomes an open disputer. So this is about the one creation, man's creation, Adam's creation, 5 different things. Okay, let's go. Shaykh Uthman, would you be kind enough to look at these all points, please? You are saying no contradiction in Quran. Before criticizing others, you must look into your own texts, in your own culture, in your own religion. Then you talk about others. Brainwashing is not normal, and you are pushing all converted people into a very unholy thing, not peaceful life, and in a hell, in fact. Is there or is there not compulsion in religion according to the Quran? Okay, that's very interesting. It's my favorite. Let there be no confusion in religion. Truth stands out clear from error. Whoever rejects evil and believes in Allah has grasped the most trustworthy handhold that never breaks, and Allah hears and knows all things. Okay? And an announcement from Allah and His Messenger to the people assembled on the day of the great pilgrimage that Allah and His Messenger dissolved treaty obligation with the pagans. If then you repent, it were best for you. But if you turn away, know you that you cannot frustrate Allah and proclaim a grievous penalty to those who reject faith. See now, it's also said, no compulsion, and then here, if you reject the faith, what will happen to you? But when the forbidden months are past, then this is what 9:5, and I think there is 9:29 as well. These are the verses of sword. Okay, seize them, beleaguer them, lie in wait for them in every straight gain. So then you kill them. Aid those who believe not in Allah, not nor the last day, nor hold that forbidden which has been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger, nor acknowledge that. So you have the non-believers have to pay jizya. The first Muslim was Muhammad. We have discussed this. The biggest contradiction. Does Allah forgive or not forgive those who worship false God? Allah forgives not that partners should be set up with Him, but He forgives anything else to whom He pleases. To set up partners with Allah is to devise a sin most heinous indeed. The people of the book asked thee to cause a book descent, a contradiction. Are Allah's decrees changed or not? Okay. So these are, my dear friends, seven concrete contradictions. Believe intoxicants, and here the parable garden which righteous promise. This is about the alcohol. Okay, so this is what the contradictions are, and Shaykh Uthman is saying there are no
to
contradictions
him.
in Quran.
He memorized, he taught his companion to memorize the whole Quran. The historically fact, they memorized it from beginning to end, right? And those companions, during the lifetime of the Prophet, they wrote it down. During that first generation, the Khalifa Uthman, he standardized it, he sent out copies, and we have those copies today. So today you will never find two Quran, unlike the Catholics and Protestants and Book of Mormon, all this stuff. No.
So this is their another strategy to criticize the other religion, the other three books of religion. Now, for your kind information, the Quran was burnt by someone. Quran, Hadith, everything was burnt according to Aisha and Abu Bakr. Then one goat also eaten Quran. How come it will be the same? How come it will be the same? Please try to think over. And here he is claiming that
Even if you follow a different methodology or different sect, we have one Quran. 114 chapters, 30 sections, everybody have one Quran. No contradictions because nobody could change it. Because if you came out and said, let me change it up a little bit, then those millions of people that memorize it would be like, whoa. We memorized that verse. If you want, you can go back to the
so I have shown you the contradiction. I have shown you how it was burnt. It's different times. To memorize Quran, this practice came quite later. I'll tell you whenever I come to know. I'll tell you when it came. And the memorization of Quran is not also the correct way. We Jews believe there is no necessity. There is nothing required, or it's not necessary to remember to memorize the whole Torah. We believe in whatever is written. Even our beliefs are, we believe that we should not commit even a mistake during our prayer. That's why you must have seen in our tefillot, in our prayers, we keep a book, and we recite everything from the book. And we have no practice. We have never created in any yeshiva to remember, to memorize Torah word by word, because even in memory you could commit a mistake. So it's not allowed in our Torah. We have a book and we read it word by word. We have prayer book we carry, and we read. Always you will find lot of books before the synagogue. You carry one book and start reading from it, because in memory you might commit even a small mistake. Your prayer is not answered.
Original writings and go, wait. Let's look at the Mus'haf of Uthman and check. It's exactly. So that's why nobody could mess with it. That's why you don't have those contradictions. And me and you should always want to follow the truth. We should always want to follow what is uncorrupted, what is pure. Nobody wants to follow a message that's been corrupted, right? I mean, think of it. I don't know if you ever played that when I was in school, middle school. We had this game called Chinese Whisper. It's kind of a racist name, I guess, but that's what they taught us, right? Right?
So finally, what these people say, and of course, Shaykh Uthman always mentions that the Torah corrupted. And Injil is the book of Christians. It's called New Testament, also corrupted. But the Quran is also corrupted. It's not that it's pure. And how many writers? If you read, if you know, many writers of Quran, and it was written how many years later, after the death of Muhammad. So there might be many mistakes, many mistakes. I don't want to. I have evidences. We'll discuss in next videos by the grace and by the will of God. And let's see. Go ahead. What he says.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can say that nowadays.
No,
I feel you, but right. So what was
you know that you see he's laughing. How he laughs. It's artificial laughing. Now this gentleman, probably, I don't know whether he'll follow Islam or not, but see what happens.
What they do is you would say something to one person, and they would say to the other, they would say to other, they would say,
oh, right.
until it came down, telephone, right?
Telephone.
Now it would come back, it'd be totally changed up. Right? So think about that. That's what happened with the Bible.
So this applies on the same thing that applies on Hadith. It applies on Quran, because someone came from someone, and then someone. Hadith also came someone. I heard from Rasulullah, he said this, and then it was transferred and transmitted or given to someone, and someone he himself is telling the truth. So there is nothing, no truth.
You have one person said it, somebody translated, somebody updated, somebody King James came.
Exactly, same thing, my dear. My dear person, who's everybody is dear to us. So what you are saying is it happened exactly in Islam as well. So this happened in Quran. You are criticizing Bible, you are criticizing Torah, you are criticizing Tanakh, but you are not looking into your own practice. The same thing happened in Quran, accordingly, like people said to one after the other, to other, and what happened? It got also corrupted.
Came in and he did his thing, and Pope Damasus, he did his thing, and the Council of Nicaea and all these people, and taking it and burning everything else, keeping it only in Latin, and for hundreds of years it could only be in Latin. Why? It's not the language of Jesus, right? And then you had this strictness and all this. So you have all these books where they're not even sure if these were part of the original Bible or not. The Catholics will say it was, and the Protestants will say it wasn't, and Martin Luther came and he was like, hey, you guys.
Okay, now here I would like to the Imam Ali, that's Shiite, and then Sunnah, and then there are how many sects? There are how many groups? 72 groups, and one of them will go to heaven, rest will go to hell. Now these people, they also have different Qurans, absolutely different Qurans. And why you speak, Shaykh Uthman? Why you speak lies? Why you speak lies to the non-Muslims? to bring them into Islam. Very good. Please don't do this. You are committing a very big
corrupting. You know what
mistake.
I'm saying? But the Quran is as it was. So what would you rather follow? If I tell you something and it's directly from me,
Now, now it comes to this. What would you follow? The Quran is the best and the rest of the worst. They are corrupted, they are bad, this and that. So what do you follow? You leave them and follow Islam because it's a true
and without any
religion.
corruption, or if it goes to that telephone, and in the end, you know, you're supposed to bring a Pepsi, and in the end, you're supposed to be like taking a dog for a walk or something, right?
I get it. I get
So, yeah, I mean, and if you look at as Christians, we see a hypocrisy. You know, you see certain things about, for example, homosexuality in the Bible.
The Christianity, the hypocrisy. Oh, hypocrites. Christians are hypocrites. Jews are hypocrites. Non-believers are hypocrites. Only the Islam is the true religion. And what they
But
say.
you see the preacher preaching something different. And you're like, well, which one is it? Are you going to follow what's in your text? Or are you going to make up a religion, anything you want? You see the Bible talking about Jesus praying with his head to the ground. But when you go to a church, you see all these people leaning, and some Catholics are there opening up their mouth for some dude to be putting stuff in their mouth, and you know, somebody's drinking wine, and somebody's singing and dancing, and somebody's playing with snakes, and you're like, how did Jesus pray? Why shouldn't we pray like that? Think about Christmas. This is the Bible. Take it home, read through it every single verse. Show me anywhere the 25th of December. Where's Santa Claus? Where are reindeers at? Where are Christmas trees at? Where is this? These are Nordic pagan festivals. Easter, the bunny, the eggs. What is all this? I mean, you got churches celebrating Halloween. These were satanic practices. But that's because they're not worried about the truth. They just want to kind of go with the flow. You know, it makes money. You know, Santa Claus.
Now, the Christianity has become the satanic practice. My dear Mr. Shaykh Uthman, your things also, Islam is also full of satanic verses, satanic practices, like, you know, okay, you are talking about the Christianity, they are having the Easter eggs, or they have their own. Everybody continued with their own old culture with Christianity. Okay, fine. Jews never did it. Jews remained Jews wherever they went. They never left Torah. They never left anything of Judaism. But your prophet did all, they bowed down before all these idols, Manat, all those. Even I don't want to take the name on my tongue. It's not allowed for me. Then Hubal, then the Kaaba. Why you are circling Kaaba? Why you are bowing down to Kaaba? These are all satanic practices. These are all they used to do. The pagans. This was also pagans' practice. So don't criticize any other system, Shaykh Uthman. When your own people, you go and kiss the black stone or white stone. I don't. That's something that. Then you run around here and there. These are all pagans' practice, Shaykh Uthman. Before your messenger used to pray in direction of Jerusalem. When the Jews said you are not a prophet, then he started practicing to the Kaaba, to Mecca. So these are all we never did. We bowed down to our holy of the holies, where our 10 commandments were kept. God's presence was there all the time. We prayed towards, and that you learned from us. You learned from Jews, but you never left your all that pagan practice to bow down to Kaaba, to kiss the stone, and to circle the stone. And you criticize others. These are pagans.
You know, when he became wearing a red coat in the 50s, Coca-Cola made him wear red for advertising. Before that, you'll see earlier pictures, he'd be wearing green. You know, these all things developed through people's marketing, people trying to make money. And we believe religion shouldn't be about making money or selling stuff or you know, having sales and
making money. Your prophet Muhammad, he never met before people paid some money to him. Our Rabbi Moshe Rabbeinu, Abraham Avinu, never took money for a meeting. He was every time free to talk to the people. So you are talking about making money. Your Prophet used to take money. Don't forget this. Okay, go ahead.
Gifts and materialism. It should be spiritual. It should be pure. What do you think about that?
I like everything you said.
You like it?
Thank you.
Excellent.
I
Well,
appreciate your time.
I'll tell you what. Take a Quran. You're an intelligent man.
Let me read this first.
All right, I'll let you read.
You are intelligent man. Okay, so once you, my dear, intelligent will become not to think about. Once you start following Islam, you don't have to put up in your in anything your brain. Just follow. Bow down to a man. Become a slave of a man called Muhammad, and slave of Allah. It's an individual practice, my dear friends. Okay, whoever in the so let's see what he says.
That first.
Next time we talk,
Let me give you the address to our mosque.
Now he will invite to come to the mosque after brainwashing. Some people are brainwashed. Yeah, I'll come. Even they are converted also. They say the Sahada. They say La ilaha illallah Muhammad. They become Muslim. Okay, let's see.
All right. So if you got a question, come on by, email us, holler at us. I know you're an intelligent man. You're gonna think through this.
Intelligent.
Prophet Muhammad will call
Praise.
Muslim.
Intelligent, to praise. Oh, you are intelligent. Oh, you are a nice person. Oh, you are fit enough to be a Muslim. In some of his videos I have seen that he says, you believe one God? Yes, I will. Oh, you are a Muslim. Okay, let's see. It's the end of the.
But a Muslim, the word should be wearing green. These all things develop. Give you the address to our mosque. All right. So if you got a question, come on by, email us, holler at us. I know you're an intelligent man. You're gonna think through this. You will be a Muslim soon.
I enjoyed the things you said.
Thank you so much.
You'll be a Muslim soon. I think this fellow was not very impressed. I hope he is not impressed and he will not go to the mosque. He will not call him, or he will not do anything of Islam, I hope. And my dear friends, in the end of the video, okay, so we finished the video here, and let me tell you a few things. When you convert to Islam, what happens to your personality? You have feeling of superiority, because in one verse in Quran says you are the best of the communities, and that's not good for a normal person who feels superior than anybody else. And you could, it's very contrast to the way you love yourself, you have to love others. This is very contrast, and because of this, it's also teaching of Torah. In Leviticus chapter 19, you will find verse 18 and 19. We have the kamucha. You have to love your fellow as you love yourself. So it's taking you away from this because of the feeling of superiority. All non-Muslims are enemy of Allah and Muhammad. Once you become Muslim, you have to believe in this, because it's written very specifically in Quran that the non-believers are enemy to Allah and Muhammad. Kill the non-Muslims. Infidels must be killed whenever you find them. Kills the Jews and Christians. Okay. Always criticize non-Muslims. Jihad in the name of Allah. Anyway, you have to do a jihad. That could be by any means, by money, by labor, by whatever, and kill or be killed. That's jihad. So my dear friends, I think I should stop here. And please, I have, for Hindi speakers, I have No More Jihad. You'll find No More Jihad channel very much active. And this is the new channel, which will be in English for especially English speakers. Not to be brainwashed, please, not to be brainwashed, and stay in your faith. If you feel that your faith, wherever you are, in whatever faith you are, please think about what negative points in your faith. Please improve that faith. Okay, improve in that system, make some improvement, some or all, try. But don't become a Muslim saying that no, my religion is not good, so let's go to Islam. And don't spread, please stop the spread of Islam. This is also my request to everybody, because as I said, indirectly or directly, a person who accepts the Islam, the whole mindset changes. So to remove these things from your mind, from your personality, please don't become a Muslim. Whoever is in the process, whoever has become newly, and even a Muslim could come to me, Urdu speakers, Hindi speakers, please come to my No More Jihad. We do every Thursday in the afternoon. And English also, I'm going to fix one day, or whoever wants to come and join me here. Now, let me go to the uh, all right. About the very strong evidence, I would like to say, please go to this blogging theology, and there is a video, fact checking Robert Spencer. I think, just a minute, let me go to the. If you could see this video, you see this video, I'll play. I hope you will listen the sound. And if you listen to this, the end of this video, it is said this gentleman was a Christian. He's converted into Islam. This gentleman was a Christian, converted into Islam. And what he says here in the end of this video, please, you will find this video very much in the fact checking Robert Spencer. And he says very clearly here, please see. See that Jesus was Torah observant Jew. He says very clearly. Please listen to it. Jesus was Torah observant Jew and upheld the law. So he was a Jew. He was not a Muslim. This gentleman is a converted Muslim. He converted from Christianity into Islam. And if you have, I also would like to talk to him. Then why you people say that Jesus practiced Islam? Okay, let's. Okay. So, my dear friends, please see this video. The video's link you will find. All just right. Blogging Theology versus Robert Spencer. And also, there are books you could read about Islam. I like very much. I like very I like very much Mr. Robert Spencer. Please read his books. There are many books he has written. The Truth About Muhammad, The History of Jihad, and so many books he has written. And he's a very good speaker. Please join his stream whenever he is available. Join him anytime. Read his understanding of Islam. Read his, what way he speaks about Islam. I hope there are no there are no I believe I hope that and there is no strike has come. Let me go to the um, uh, uh, let me okay, one more thing I forgot. Please see this. Okay, it's sharing. I forgot this to. I forgot to show you this. Okay, now this is the different versions of Quran. Okay, different types of Quran, and if you see this gentleman, he was converted probably from Christianity. Proof Proof the Quran is corrupted. Conflict textual variations. This gentleman practiced 16, 15 years, or I think 13, 14 years practiced, and also preached Islam. And then finally, Okay, so let's see. This is what, if you see this gentleman's. I'm sorry, if you see this, I also saw his various very many videos, and he's very critical about very critical about Islam and faith, Muhammad or Jesus. Please compare Jesus Christ and Muhammad. Jesus said, whatever you have, please sell it off and distribute among the poor people, among the needies. Muhammad, he didn't do anything in his life except he got the money of booties, wars, looting, robbing. Then the second thing, biggest thing of Jesus was love thy your neighbor, love thy neighbor. And where this thing practice is found in the life of Muhammad. He killed people, he robbed people, he killed whoever criticized him, told he's not a prophet, he killed them. He killed them brutally, barbarically. So you have to think about this also. Then one more point I would like to mention, that these Islamic people, Muslims, compare Muhammad with also Moshe, our Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses. Not even one quality, not even for a single second. Muhammad comes around Moses, nowhere around. It stays nowhere around Moses. Moses was a prophet. Even today, Moses is a prophet of prophets. And Muhammad has no qualities of a prophet. If you read 16 benefits of Muhammad, all prophethood goes to zero. So, my dear friends, I think let me have the mm, uh, I'm mentioning the this. I think go to your channel. Okay. In fact, there is nobody listening to, and nobody is attending. Just a minute. Copy, paste. Okay, so okay, the message is pinned. Okay. Some. I think there are two people joined. If I think if somebody wants to talk, please come and join. Only one person. Anybody who has, you're most welcome. I think the link is shown on the this thing. If you don't want to join, please write some message to encourage me to continue this. Mm, please either join or say something. You're most welcome, because in America it's morning, and sometime in the morning in America, the Jewish people will not join because it's a Shabbat, but Christians could join because for them, okay. I think the video will be on the channel, and please subscribe and like, share, and comment and subscribe. Okay, please, your I request you. I'm not asking for any money, but I'm asking your support. You be with us, and please be a part of mine, a part of this moment that to stop the spread of Islam. Okay, thank you very much, and Laila Tov, good night, and we'll meet very soon.